Welcome everyone. Episode what now, Sam? 11?
11.
Wow. 11 magic number, right?
You said we only had to do 12, so
But we've got it booked for longer than 12. I've already got we'll get into that. But anyway, boom boom. Hash Brown, Hight Channel News, Channel H on Sesame Street if anyone's watching over there on Sesame Street. Uh, as always, your host and owner of Hight Family News, whatever you want, Hight Family Dealerships, whatever you want to call it. Sam Hight here in the Channel Hight newsroom. The Zooms are tough. I look at myself, but I'm really not looking at the camera. So I'm going to start looking at the camera. Production costs, all-time low. We've got the producer and the director here, Sam and Sam. Budget has been pretty tight lately. I will thank the sponsors a little bit later, but I'm very excited to share our sponsors this week. So anyway, camera. It's been a busy morning. Like I told most people, the show, it takes me about 6 minutes to prepare for it. A lot of ad lib, some notes, and but great guests. That's what we do. We bring together great people, great guests, so we can all share, half an hour together in our living room, wherever you watch this show, car while not driving, bathroom, wherever you want to smile. So again, Sam Hight, welcome everyone. We've got co-host Samantha Burdick having her vitamin water. Very, very wise of you. Where are you today, Sam?
above you.
Above you. Okay, so boo. Okay. Sam, really no introduction needed. People are recognizing her across the state because of the show. Even though they have a pretty good chance. Oh, you're Sam. I mean, pretty good chance that something's going on. Wait, back to the better, more awesome Sam, as she kind of calls herself around. For the record, calls herself that. No one actually says that other than her. But
Yes.
marketing director extraordinaire for the Hight family of dealerships. Not just Hight Ford, the entire family of dealerships. And the family is growing. Really wonderful stuff. I am so excited today, and I've been saying this every week about our guests. Let's be honest. We are bringing the all-stars of Central, Western Maine, New England, and I think we're reaching out the country now, and this is special. At first, this was a show because we just wanted to make people laugh, and we grabbed some guests here and there, and it worked out. Now we have people calling saying they want to be on our show. For the record, these two did not call to be on the show. I called them. And like Jim and Jared at Saddleback, like Heather and Brad, I had to call their agents. You know, the term, you have my people call your people. With these people, you actually had to do that. Amber is becoming sort of a local hero, local legend. It's not easy to find an hour of her time. So with a little bit of money, none of it will ever change hands. And some talks with the agent, her shaman. Who else did I have to reach out to? A lot of spiritual people in her life. They said the energy will be good on this show. So I was able to get Amber. Thank you. And Amy, that was a tough one too. It's because if anyone has ever worked with Amy, your guess is as good as hers of what her schedule is. She always gets a job done. Hash brown, getting the job done. Hash brown, no days off. But the scheduling, still got to work on it a little bit. So I actually hired her an agent so I could talk to the agent to get her on the show. So here we are, Thursday morning, 9 a.m. Yeah, couldn't do Tuesday. Yeah, big cheese day. Wednesday, some other excuse I don't remember. Monday, some other excuse I don't remember. But that's all in the past now, right? Because we're here and we're excited. This is good stuff. Two all-stars, local legends. It's unbelievable what this little project has become.
Yep. You know, I've got another local legend in my kitchen right now who's over here giggling. So I might just need to let you in on the secret here.
Oh my word. Ron Dubois. Dubois Construction. This is okay.
I know, I just letting everybody in on the secret that we're getting our bathrooms redone. I've been getting a lot of calls lately about why the Dubois truck is in the yard so often, and when people can have them at their house.
Oh, well, I've actually just told everyone that you stole their truck. That's happened before, but it wasn't a very good hiding spot.
Right.
So that's great. It's great to see Ron Dubois any day, but today, all days, it's quite special. I mean, hash brown Dubois, as we call them in Maine. Okay, hash brown Dubois. So, with that, I'd like to do a little introduction of our guests. In case you don't know either one of them, you must either, I don't know, live under a rock, perhaps where the hermit lived in the Belgrade Lakes area, or are from outer space. So we're going to start first. And normally, like I said, I spent 6 minutes getting ready for the show. But with these all-stars, look at these notes. Look at these notes. I called high school teachers and coaches. I called nursery school helpers, parents. As you saw last episode, I got some dirt on both of my guests with some baby photos, high school photos. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. Where the politicians, I can get away with that because they can't like really retaliate. I'd worry that you two could. You're both good friends with my wife Amanda. I don't want her smothering me with a pillow at night. So we're not doing those photos. All right.
Find more dirt on you than you can find on us.
Well, long story short, it's gonna happen. First, Amber Lambke, okay, founder and CEO of Maine Grains. She is the driving force behind Maine's sustainable foods movement. I came up with this all myself. No plagiarism here. Just quick peek on LinkedIn. It's very nice. Any of our guests that want to join, put your bio up on LinkedIn. It helps for these intros. So thank you for that. But no plagiarism here. I changed a few words. In 2009, she purchased the Somerset County Jail with Michael Schultz. Okay. Hash brown, Michael Schultz. Hash brown, amazing wife, amazing doctor. Okay. Fun fact, amazing doctor down in Waterville. We love Julie. And they transformed a jail into a grist mill because that's what normal people do in these areas. You find something weird and make it weirder. And it works. So they process grains for bakers and brewers across the Northeast. We're beyond the Northeast now, right, Amber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we ship online sales all over the country, and we're selling down into New Jersey and Pennsylvania also at this point.
Okay. After the call, I'm going to get with your agent again and get that bio updated on LinkedIn.
Sounds good. Yep.
Okay. The mill has now become an entrepreneurial hub. Dry goods shop, cheese creamery, community radio station. They host the farmers market for Skowhegan. They officially opened in 2012. It's now Maine's largest mill using the traditional stone milling process. Super cool. How does Amber do that? You know, does she just like make grain and it's okay? No, we win awards. Okay. James Beard, Good Food Award.
Okay, quick clarification. James Beard Awards are one set of awards, and those are cool. And the Good Food Awards are another set of awards, and Amy and I are both Good Food Award winners.
But it's called the James Beard Good Food Award. It is a subset, okay?
On this show.
It is a subset, and it's my show.
All right, gotcha.
Amber. Just take the credit.
All right, we'll wear the badge.
Okay. 2013, Amber won the Maine Downtown Center's Downtown Visionary Award. Yeah, that's a big one. reason I didn't win, I'm not downtown. So anyway, uh, very humble on the show, as everyone has figured out too. May 2015, Maine Biz Magazine named her one of the women to watch, and we have been, and she's done amazing things. She's the co-founder of the Kneading Conference, the managing owner of the Miller's Table, and past board members of Main Street Skowhegan, and past chair of the Western Mountains Committee of the Maine Community Foundation. And there's more. The bio was even longer than that. I kind of picked the highlights. This was the top 10 reel. But if that's anyone's top 10 reel, that's pretty good. Okay? Quite amazing. Lives in Skowhegan. Not with Ron Dubois. He's just visiting, doing some work. Okay, so last week we talked a lot of Kennebec River. Technically, Amber is adjacent to the Kennebec River.
We have
So
a nice view of the Kennebec River. Yes.
we got the Kennebec theme here. Lives there with her husband, my friend, and my shaman, Dr. Mike Lambke, and Zoe and Miles. Great family. And just a kind of a tidbit here. And we can get into this a little later after I introduce Amy too. Grew up in Brunswick?
Yeah.
Okay. Ash Brown fun fact. Everyone crosses that Topsom Brunswick Bridge and they think, oh, that's the Androscoggin. Well, guess what also touches a lot of Brunswick? The Merry Meeting Bay. And the Merry Meeting Bay is where the Kennebec converges with the Androscoggin to finally go out to the Atlantic Ocean. So, you know, this Kennebec River, whatever's in it, hopefully much cleaner than when Amber was growing up in Brunswick. I know when my parents were at Bowdoin in the 70s, the foam on the river would touch the bottom of the Androscoggin Bridge. But it's amazing. This Kennebec River water runs through all of our veins, and it just sucks you right back.
I had lots of fun times on the Merry Meeting Bay growing up.
I mean, and it's a cool name too. Two rivers come together. Oh, let's call them Merry Meeting. I don't know if Robin Hood's there too. I don't know.
Actually, some of the baked goods at the cafe that we make
Yes.
now come out of the Merry Eating cookbook.
Wow.
I'll share that
A lot
with
of
you.
merry. If you can't be merry while reading or cooking out of that book, I don't know. That's crazy. All right, so I like applauses. You're awesome. Okay, now we're on to Amy. Amy Rowbottom. Okay, grew up in Norridgewock, Maine, on her parents' dairy farm, located on the Kennebec River. Amazing that. Wow. Skowhegan High School. Great softball pitcher. World class. Wheaton College. Okay. And then, you know, she didn't have a bio, so I got to make it up.
I don't remember the last time I looked on LinkedIn.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if I have a real account. I'm just one of those guys that goes on and looks at bios of my guests. So, so after Wheaton College, again, like her schedule, I mean, okay. So let's fast forward all that stuff. I mean, I think she literally lived in a truck or something for a little while, visiting national parks. I don't know. She fell in love. She bought a farm. She liked Jersey cows. She had a kid. She left the farm, and now she's back at the original farm. How do you like that little? Okay.
Winding road.
Yeah. So she lives on the river. I'm gonna address. You know, millions of people watch this, so they're gonna know you live on the river road now. Okay. So she lives on the river road, 700 yards from her parents. Who else would ever move back 700 yards from the parents on the river road?
Sam.
Yep, I made it far too. Kennebec River water just right back, centrifuge. So what does she do after living in trucks and doing marketing and whatever else? Let's make some cheese. Okay, I liked cheese. I can't eat it anymore. But who doesn't like cheese? Who doesn't like grain?
A fun fact is the first batch of cheese. Fun fact.
Hash brown.
I made, oh yeah, hash brown. I made with your mom.
So cheese with my mother, with equipment that I believe Barry Norling engineered.
Yeah.
Yes. And when I'd come home from college, I'd come home and there'd just be cheese all over the countertop, and I'd be like, "What in the hell is going on, mother?"
Do you,
Oh,
remember the blue cheese that was down in your basement for a while?
Is that why it still smells?
Probably.
But so boom, fast forward. She now has a creamery in the grist mill. So we're talking about entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial hubs. Here you go. We're there. All cheeses are handcrafted with high quality whole milk, no preservatives, and limited ingredients. Some of them are cold smoked, which is a pretty cool process. Weird. You kind of walk in there and something's on fire, but it's cool. And where's the milk come from, Amy? Local. Hash brown local. And as Amber stole my thunder again, she also won the James Beard Good Food Award for her cheese. Unbelievable. She lives in Norridgewock, 700 yards from her parents' house, with her daughter, cute little girl, Muriel. She's a sweetheart. Just have her tell you a story. It'll be fun.
Lots of them.
So before we get into some questions, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we would not be here. It's unbelievable. So first, Saddleback. If you haven't skied Saddleback this year, you better go quick. The weather does not seem to be favorable to ski mountains. Probably 3 or 4 more weeks. But one of Maine's 4,000 footers, 2,000 feet of vertical drop, 225 inches of annual snowfall, 68 trails, and the greatest glades on this side of the earth. Honestly, I don't know any better. And like I tell this quick story, I did ski the trees once up there by mistake. By mistake. Of course, Crooked Face Creamery. Fresh cheese. Farm made. Want to talk about farm to table? This is like farm to farm to farm to table to farm. Okay. That's upnorthricotta.com. Does crookedfacecreamery.com get you there too?
Yes, both.
Okay, good. Good, because I said that on one episode. And I was like, woo, I bet there's getting a lot of bad traffic there. All those subscribers. Maine Grains, boom. Unbelievable. Making Skowhegan great, 1 grain at a time. You can use that if you want to.
Great.
And I'll give Maine Grain Alliance a shout out. Okay. Something else that Amber spearheaded here, and then now chaired by my mother. So Maine Grain Alliance.
Where it all began.
Meeting conference. Just doing great things. It's a really fun community we're in, isn't it? Unbelievable. We hit the Brunswick. We hit the sponsors. Oh,
Oh boy.
I mean, Hight Family Dealerships. I mean, one of our bigger sponsors. They actually allow us to take an hour out of our day, use the Hight Ford shop. All of the equipment here is purchased by Hight Ford, Hight Family of Dealerships. And if you're interested in a vehicle, really cool little last minute project. What are we doing, Sam? If you buy a vehicle for the next 2 weeks, you're going to get a cool little maple.
A maple basket. Yeah. So we
What's in that
have
basket sale.
the Maple Festival pancake mix, the secret recipe
From the
Bankery.
Du Bois.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag
So
Du Bois.
Matt put together the secret recipe. We have Strawberry Hill Farms maple syrup and Bigelow Road maple porter.
So how cool is that?
Awesome.
Buy a car at a great value, have fun with us, and then you get something cool out of it too.
Beers and pancakes.
Yeah.
My 2 favorite things.
Maple cheese, ever tried that, Amy? Is that something
No, I've had
weird?
requests for it, but
Yeah. What if you smoked using a maple tree?
sounds sticky. It sounds kind of messy, really.
Okay. What
Maple
wood
syrup cheese? I don't know.
what wood do you use? Or do you use pellets in the smoker?
Oh, I use, yeah, wood chips. Apple wood.
What if you got maple wood chips?
That's not a bad idea.
So hash brown, good idea, Sam.
Okay, good idea, Sam.
Another hash brown, fun fact, hash brown, good idea, Sam. I had to wait for Amy to retire by the time she was 32. Okay? Donkey cheese.
You,
Donkey cheese.
oh,
Remember this, Amy?
I forgot all. Oh, I can't.
Okay,
I forgot
so
about
supposedly,
How could you forget about donkey cheese, Amy?
supposedly donkeys melt.
I forgot all about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and meanwhile, you could be in the Turks and Caicos right now. It up, okay? Or what I call it, the Turks and Kinkos. But
Well, I asked you if you would milk your donkeys, and I would buy the milk from you, but you wouldn't.
okay. Well, that'd be really weird because my donkeys were male, and I'm not Greg Fokker. You know, Greg, can you milk me too? You know that? Come on, meet the Fockers. Ben
I
Still.
got it, yeah.
Remember. Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, supposedly donkey's milk is the closest thing, the structure or whatever, to human milk. And the cheese goes for thousands of dollars a pound. So I knew someone that made cheese. I can find donkeys. Let's put these two together. Fun fact. The tennis player, Djokovic, what's his name?
I think that's it.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
Literally bought like $1 million worth of it.
Really?
Might have to check the
Jeez.
fake news on that one. But anyway, so yeah, if you see Amy working night and day super hard, you can always think, didn't have to.
On the river road and see a bunch of donkeys. You know what I'm up to.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna just do a couple quick questions, and then Sam will do a couple quick questions. We're gonna get Forecast Freddy back on this week. He's a little under the weather. He's had his COVID shots. So he's feeling a little bit more comfortable getting out in the world. Weather's getting nicer, so we can get outside more, that's a relief. So we'll get Forecast Freddy back here. We're not going to do a walk around. The walk arounds are only for when we have guests that are boring. I'm sorry for all the guests that were on the show when we had a walk around. When we have all stars like this, we got to spend the time with the people of the people, for the people, by the people. That's why we got them. Okay, real quick, a little earlier. Amber, how many episodes have you watched of Hight News?
4, 5.
Okay, I was expecting better. Okay. Amy?
I was so hoping you wouldn't ask me this question. I watched some of the Snowfest, and I watched the last one. So like 2 or 3. I wasn't aware of this whole series. I don't know where I've been under a rock. I guess I've been under a rock.
Been bending over the milk tank.
Yeah. It's a tough
Okay.
job here. I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right, I'm judging.
I subscribed. Did you see that I did?
Yeah. So this face right here is my judgment face. I'm judging both of you right now. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. How many times this year have you skied Saddleback?
Twice.
Me. Twice for Amber. Okay, cool. That was better. My judgment face is coming back. Favorite place to visit in Maine?
Go ahead.
Moosehead Lake.
Very nice. A specific area, specific bay. We talking Rockwood, Greenville, Lily Bay?
Lily Bay.
Lily Bay. All right. Nice. Hashtag East Side.
I think I have to say Popham Beach area. That was my haunt growing up. But Saddleback is a close second for lots of reasons.
And Amber, do you want to fill us in with your connection with Saddleback at all, and connection to Maine, and
Yeah,
fill
sure.
our-
We've got some crazy history to Rangeley. It's why I'm in Maine. My dad was in the Navy, but he and my mom wanted to retire to Maine when he got out of the Navy because they honeymooned in Rangeley. My mom knew Rangeley from her college years. She actually would come up from Connecticut to nanny for. So yeah, my parents have a history there. So when we were kids, they used to take us up there camping. And many years later, I would meet Mike. And when Mike and I were dating, it was in the earlier years before the new lodge, still a tiny little ski mountain. And Mike would volunteer up there as a skiing doc. So essentially the ski patrol had a program where they wanted you to carry a CB radio around and be available while you're skiing if there was an incident that required the attention of a doctor. So Mike and I started going up there when we were dating so that he could ski. I'm more of a cross country skier, so I like the Nordic trails. I like the rock pond trails. We were up there a week or two ago on a moose, walked right across our path on the rock pond trails, which was fun. And we like to rent the cabins down on Saddleback Lake with some friends of ours. We've been going up there for years.
So the story I always heard, I didn't know the Saddleback thing till Saddleback found the Heights, or vice versa. We don't really know. I thought there was a contra dance involved. Weren't you?
Yeah. In my late 20s, I was contra dancing, and everyone says, "Oh,
It was
what?"
like 5 years ago.
Yeah, right. I'm, eternally 26 years old right here. Yeah, contra dancing is a cultural tradition of dancing to live fiddle, guitar, piano, cello music with a caller. You remember Dugan Murphy from Main Street? He's a caller of contra dances. So the caller talks you through a series of steps that progress you and your partner up and down a line. So it's not country line dancing, but it's contra dancing because it's more rooted in English, Irish dance traditions. So I was doing a lot of that with friends every weekend.
So you've got some good music. You got good music. You got good people. And you got some guy yelling at you, telling you what to do.
Yeah, with rip-roarious dancing. That's great exercise and lots of fun. And everybody's sober.
Okay. Fail.
So I met Mike at a contra dance in North Whitefield.
Okay. Now, Mike, originally Chicago area?
He's from Chicago. Yeah, he ended up in Maine due to the Maine Dartmouth family practice residency in Fairfield.
Very nice. And like I said, he's now become my shaman. Contra dance. Okay, so that was good right there. You both visited somewhere. Okay, good. Okay, here's a fun one. I mean, you can't turn on Hight News or any news without talking a little COVID. Okay, but this will be a fun one. This is a fun one. First person, this is a question for all of us. Okay. First person you will visit and hug once both fully vaccinated and after your 15 to 29 day, full immunity time frame.
My parents.
Points.
They're taking it pretty seriously. I will say we've had one hug, but like we draped blankets over ourselves and did the whole hug in the driveway. But yeah,
did anyone else witness this?
Yeah, with pictures.
Okay, we're going to be showing those next episode.
It was Mike's.
Amy.
You, Sam, probably.
Wow. That's for good TV right there.
No, I would go to New York and see Kendall, my sister's partner.
Nice.
Definitely be.
Your sister's still in Maine.
She just went back a couple weekends ago. So
Yeah.
I would go on down there and give him a big old hug.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Samantha, I know this one's going to be tough for you because I think you have a list in your office like who's first, who's second, who's third. Just going to hug everyone.
Can't wait. I actually don't really like to hug people that much. I'm weird.
See, I'm a hugger.
But I'm not a hugger. But I can't wait to go to San Diego and see my best friend Caitlin.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
taking vacay.
Not the grandparents, not
I still see my grandparents,
your
and they're
favorite
vaccinated.
grandpa,
And
your nieces you were gushing about the other day.
I
No,
am actually really
I'm going to
excited.
San Diego. Screw the family. Fine.
Well, I am excited to see my best friend because I haven't seen her now in like a year and a half. But actually, so my other best friend, it's like the three of us grew up together, she just had a baby. So I am really excited to go hold him.
Yes.
I haven't gotten to see him. And my niece May, who started skiing, and it's really sad that I can't ski with her.
Oh, awful. Yeah, I think my grandparents, they're in Florida right now. I honestly haven't seen them in 2 years, just with timing of everything that's going on. So they're fully vaccinated, hanging out in Florida. They'll be up in Massachusetts, Cape Ann, hopefully in June. And I've been vaccinated. I was a lucky early one. There was some leftover, and that I thought it was kind of a civic duty to get and take it. Take one for the country. So get your vaccine, everyone. And don't say, oh, I want Moderna. Oh, I want Pfizer. Oh, I want Johnson & Johnson. Get a vaccine. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. This has been a public service announcement from Hight Channel News. Okay. I'm done talking. Whew. Sam, you're up. This is when the show gets fun. Sam's probably watching not even this because she's so sick of these beginnings of the shows because she's like, oh God, Sam's gonna talk again. But so this is fun. And normally we game prep before the show. Like I said, I had an important meeting before this, so I wasn't able to even talk to Sam. So I don't even know what she's coming up with. I mean, I've got an idea, but we'll see.
Okay.
Hold the breath.
So we'll ease into it a little bit. What's your favorite comfort food? It's kind of rainy and dreary today, so I feel like this is appropriate.
Could it be a beverage?
Food. We have beverage comes next.
There's calories in bourbon.
Cheese.
Good answer.
I have to say, a nice good cheese and a red glass of wine is right
Ooh.
up there as a favorite. Second would have to be fresh eggs. I mean, like we raise chickens, and there is nothing like a fresh egg for breakfast on a good piece
Yes.
of sourdough bread with some vegetables. Like that's it for me. I'd eat that breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Nice.
Love it.
Sam, we're part of this. So what do you got? Comfort food.
Well, it's my question, so you go first.
Okay. So I just thought of this. I've got all kinds of. I've got foods I can't eat that I
That he wishes he could.
and then I've got foods that I've created that make it okay. So St. Patrick's Day last week, everyone has a boiled dinner. Everyone's like, ugh, boiled dinner. Do this. Don't eat. Well, first of all, don't eat the boiled dinner if you don't have to. Recreate it. Take the corned beef, chop it up, sear it up. Potatoes, chop them up. Carrots, chop them up. Onion, chop them up. Little oil, little seasoning. Cast iron pan, super hot. Boom. You've got the greatest corned beef hash that the world has ever seen. When I get time, I'm going to have a cookbook. It's cooking at camp for people that can't eat food. It'll be me. No dairy, no gluten, no apple, no whatever. But you take hash, you take two over easy eggs. You still want them runny on top of the hash with a nice piece. Most people would have a nice piece of sourdough or something fun. I'll have a nice piece of awful gluten-free bagel on the side, or an awful gluten-free English muffin. That's good. We'll show you. We'll have pictures.
Yum.
Do a food episode sometime.
I was just gonna say a cooking show.
Totally.
Okay. Oh, guess with a cook. When this is over, and
The
we can.
next series.
We're having a cooking show.
The next series.
So my comfort food is grilled cheese sandwiches,
Oh, yummy.
Yeah, that's
especially if it's like the sourdough bread and put
that's
bacon in the
Amanda's
middle.
go-to.
It's my
Amanda's
fave.
go-to. Maybe a little tomato soup.
Yep, always the tomato
And
soup.
Hadley are loving that. Great question. At first, I thought it was
okay.
boring, but that was a good question.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this could be fun then. So Amber, if you could pick one person for Amy to go for a beer, coffee, whatever with, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh. Well, I just finished watching The Crown and and the interview with Oprah. So the first thing that comes to my mind is like, Amy should go sit in that beautiful backyard with Oprah and just have a nice casual chat about what life in rural Maine is like. But then, Queen Elizabeth comes to mind, right? Like she likes cheese and all things fine, and seems like she has good taste, at least from the show. So, maybe the Queen, maybe it's Buckingham Palace. And, I think of Amy kind of as a poster child, queen of Skowhegan. She's like what we all want for Skowhegan, locals that do great work and stick around and run businesses. So Queen Elizabeth and Oprah.
I love that.
So Amy doesn't even know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I had to jump out, and now you need to repeat that.
Okay. So so I asked Amber if she could pick someone for you to go have a drink with, dead or alive, who would it be? So Oprah and Queen Elizabeth.
Oh,
So now,
Queen Elizabeth. Yeah.
so now
that's funny because someone picked Oprah for me last week.
Oh,
you did?
I'm just kidding. No one did.
Okay, so Amy, now who would you pick for Amber to have a drink with?
Oh gosh.
Dead or alive? Anyone?
Jeez, this is a good question, and Amber had such a solid answer.
She always does, Amy. Have you not?
Always, I know. That's why I'm nervous to be on the show today. I could say Martha Stewart, but she's already met Martha.
I'd take a drink with Martha Stewart. There's more I'd like to know about her.
Really? Did you not get the opportunity when you were on the show?
A day together in the studio, and you learn some things, but there's things that surprise you about celebrities that you get to see close and personal. So like I'd like to understand her relationship with Snoop better. They seem like pals. It's fun. I think there's
Hash
this
brown Snoop.
there's this very fun side to Martha that not everybody gets to see. So
Cool.
a drink with her, and I bet it would all come out.
For sure.
Oh.
Sam and I already did this, so.
Yeah. This week I want to have a drink with Jenna Bush because we're basically best friends.
We like Jenna. Jenna's solid. This week I'd just like to have a drink, honestly. I'm 5 days on the wagon I don't know if it's just to prove to myself that I don't actually need it all the time, or I was on vacation last week and might have indulged. I don't know. But like I told them earlier, I'm on this new yoga kick every morning, hour with a little 2-mile run, making fruit infused water. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I can't wait for a drink Friday.
Good for you.
I thought it was the rest
I'm
of
picking
the month.
myself. I'm picking myself.
You'd
I
like to
love
have
that.
it yourself.
So, but technically speaking, with Amanda and then Hadley, we've got her like drinking straw out of the cup. It's the cutest thing in the world. Maybe I'll show you some pictures of that too. But we'll see. We'll keep with the hash pictures. So yeah.
And then our last question, which you've probably seen us if you've watched any of
No,
our
they
episodes.
haven't. No, because they don't.
Is if you guys were to rob a bank, who would drive the getaway car and who would do the robbing?
I drive the car because I'm about to have a really great new Ford that has some serious pickup, is my understanding.
Yes.
I'll know better when I get the car.
And how many emissions?
I don't know.
0 emissions.
0 emissions.
0 emissions 100% fun out of the Mustang Mach-E.
Yep.
If you see that thing in town, so we've got Shelby Nelson, another local legend. She's driving the black one around town. I'm not going to disclose what color Amber's in, but it'll be the one racing the black one up the streets. Okay?
I'm looking forward
The
to it.
Mach-E is one of my favorite cars to drive, like that I've driven of all time so far in my life.
I'm planning my trips. You know, the process of learning how to be an electric car owner. I'm looking forward to it.
It's tough in the state of Maine if you're planning on going long distances, but you'll do it. And if you get cold, you can always light the car on fire.
Well, I'm going to travel with my beverages as you suggest, so I'll be all set.
Okay, you watched that episode. Okay, great. And the beauty is the front, you can't call it the boot, I don't believe, but the front will stay nice and cold during winter months and keep the beverages cold.
So Amy would have to rob.
Well, Amy, I want to know about your bank robbing skills.
Van. That would have been a much more suitable bank robbery van than my Outback. But if it was a snowstorm, it's a much better chance I'd get out of there safely.
And Amy, normally, you know, I'd cuss out people talking Outback, Toyota, whatever. When did you purchase your Subaru Outback?
At Hight Ford, actually.
Thank you. That's when Sam adds the crowd applause. So not that we condone bank robbing, not that we, you know, think
anybody could be robbing this bank with me?
That'd be fun. Who would you pick?
That would be fun.
Oh, I thought that was part of the question.
No. So Amber's driving. You're One, I want to know about your robbery skills, and two, we'll give you a partner. There's plenty of room in the Mustang
An
Mach-E.
accomplice.
So I would have to pick a partner. Muriel. Definitely.
Okay. Yes.
See the bank robber.
Yeah.
Yes.
Play the
Go
part.
like a Halloween costume with a bag.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it would work. To end the show, real quick, Amber just brought this up to us. She does a lot of team building down in Maine Grains. Really impressive leader there. We do a lot of team building up here. It's usually Friday after 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go around. We're gonna tell everyone, thousands of people that watch this, what is one thing that you don't think anyone knows about you?
I'll go first. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is that I tell people that I'm from Maine and I grew up in Brunswick, which is true. But when you say you're from someplace in Maine, it usually refers to where you were born. And my dad was actually in the Navy and stationed in Iceland when my twin sister and I were born. So we were born on a Navy base in Keflavik, Iceland. Part of my fascination with traveling back there as an adult, I love it up there. So, you know, fun fact, not many people know that.
So normally, born and raised Mainers would not accept you ever as a Mainer.
This is
But
true.
where it's Iceland, I feel like not even an asterisk. I'm giving you Maine. I'm giving you Maine.
I wish it had been on my radar to pursue dual citizenship before it was too late. But now you have to take the language for 7 years to get a citizenship status. So I think
You've
those
got
days.
time.
But I love visiting. There.
It's great. Looking forward to this one, Amy.
My first job out of college, I was a legislative analyst.
Ooh.
For a certain.
Anybody knows me, that is like the furthest thing.
That's why you need to get the bio.
Yes.
I mean, the bio.
Yeah.
Sam?
So one time I stayed in the middle of the Serengeti, in a camp called Kati Kati, which means the middle in Swahili. And I woke up with an elephant literally on my front porch. He had pooped there. It was a situation.
Wow.
I kind of feel like Amy right now. I'm frozen. I feel like I'm an open book. I feel like I share too much with people about myself and others and my family. So I my favorite color
I was just gonna say, well, what's your favorite color, Sam?
is blue. That's all you're getting today, folks.
All
With
right.
that, I would like to thank our guests for taking time out of their super busy, awesome, wonderful, world-shaping, earthquaking. Sound like Bruce Springsteen. Everyone been to a Bruce Springsteen concert? He always goes, "Yeah, it's amazing. You got to do it." When he's talking about the E Street Band, I feel like this could be a good E Street Band. But thank them both for not only being great people but great neighbors and entrepreneurs, amazing business women, and choosing Skowhegan as their home. It's a wonderful community we have, wonderful people, and it takes people like these two to really make it great. So I'm very excited to see what not only what they have done, but what they are going to do, because fasten your chin straps, it ain't over. So with that, thank you, Sam. The cooler, more awesome Sam, whatever. Ash Brown, no. Amy Rowbottom, Amber Lambke, thank you very much. Hight Channel News, make sure you subscribe, like, follow, share. I don't know. Write on your car, Hight News, yell it from your porch window. I don't care. Let's make this big. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye.